Doki doki ooh woo, all my heart's for you, my wonderful fiance, Seamus.
friends, hi. Okay, cool, you can see me. I pre-move everything around to get it set up, and usually we start over yonder at the island, but today we're starting over yonder at the stove, despite making cookies. So, pop-up baking stream. Gwen, hello. Seamus, hello. Seamus, congrats on that official first. Video chat will definitely not be a thing tonight. The video is buffering like it's 22. Oh no, not like it's 2002. Not like it's 2002. Oh boy, Gwen, that's rough. So before we get into the recipe, before we get into baking, I am going to address an elephant in the room that occurred in Discord. Just briefly, I posted a picture of racking mead because Seamus is a mead maker. Mead as in M-E-A-D, not M-E-A-T, the wine, the honey wine. And one of my cookbooks was behind it, which some people noticed, and they took like screen grabs of that one section and just blew it up, okay? It is a cookbook, friends. I swear it is a cookbook, okay? It's this cookbook. And this cookbook is hilarious. I highly recommend this cookbook. Okay, and the recipes are just as funny as the title, okay? This way. They're just as funny, okay? So, I promise you, we don't have porn in the kitchen. It's just a very hilarious cookbook that you can find on Amazon. So that out of the way, lemon snowdrops. Yes, Carrie, the name is changed for first. So the kind people at Everbright Global Gaming did a tech seminar, and that was one of the things that they were explaining was how to use Firebot to get it to change the name of the reward based on who claims it, and then reset it when you're done with stream. Did I mention that book with the chocolate cake? Well, apparently there were people who were not privy to that because things have been being said and people are like, what? But we are making lemon snowdrops today. So the lemon snowdrop recipe comes from the Betty Crocker's cookie book. And these are all really old recipes. This book was initially published, woohoo, in 1963. This is a facsimile edition from 2002. So these recipes are super old and they're super not detailed, which is why, partially why, I haven't actually posted in Discord the recipe yet. And added it to the list, Carrie, you will not be disappointed with this, the Grandma's Cock cookbook. It's so good. So this is the entirety of the lemon snowdrops recipe, okay? There's not a lot to go on. And that one, that is what it's gonna look like in theory. I'm trying to mirror my images. So part of it is this is a pop-up stream, so I didn't have time to like really plan the recipe out and get it all up in a Discord for you guys yet. The second part though is with that being the recipe and having never made this before, I want to go through the motions of making it before I tell you guys how to make it, because I will include tips and tricks that I find along the way that will be necessary. So the recipe itself is very simple. We need butter. Excuse me, I've got the burps. Confectioner sugar, lemon extract, flour, salt, and then a lemon butter filling. And for the lemon butter filling, which is not in the ingredients, mind you, we need an egg, lemon rind, sugar, lemon juice, and softened butter in the top of a double boiler, which is what this is. And it's still doing a good job of being boiling. I'm gonna turn the heat back up actually. So My thought is, because we're going to be assembling these and whatever comes out of this double boiler is going to be hot, we need to make the double boiler portion first and then swing around to make the cookie portion so that the double boiler stuff can be cooling down so that it's not like liquid piping hot molten death filling and is actually lemon butter filling. So we're going to be starting there and then moving back to the lemon snowdrop cookies itself. The thing that really surprises me about these though is we're going to bake the cookie, okay? And the confectioner sugar is nowhere in the cookie itself. We're gonna bake the cookie and then we're going to cool the cookie, put it together with the filling, and after all of that, we roll it in the confectioner sugar. So I'm very curious as to how the confectioner sugar is going to stick. I assume that it's not, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So I did not pull my lemon juice out. I did not get a little cup thing out, and I did not get a spoon. I was pittering around while I was letting the ads run. A limon juicy. Little bowl. Yawn fork. And then I need yawn spoon. Oh, and my steppy stool to get up, maybe. I never know how much I'm gonna need to be able to see in there. Oh, actually I need a knife too. Welcome to New Recipes with Sam, where I just figure it out as I go. I thought about you taking like 10 minutes to look it up on Google how you might make this, and I was like, nah, fuck it. Hands off your redeem. Seamus, you gotta beat everybody to the redeem, okay? You gotta beat people to it. That's on you. So the first step, I'm gonna be stepping in and out of frame because I actually have to read the cookbook, not by the flame. For this, for the lemon butter filling, we have to blend 1 egg, slightly beaten, grated rind of 1 lemon, 2/3 of a cup sugar, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1.5 tablespoons of softened butter in the top of a double boiler. Cook over hot water until thick, stirring constantly, set aside to cool. So basically, chuck it all in there together. One egg, no shell. Rinse the egg off my fingertips. That's what the fork was for. So slightly beaten means basically break the yolk, kinda get it together, but you don't have to like super beat it together. So it's streaky. I think you can see that. It's kind of streaky. Maybe not. Sort of. You can sort of see that. Don't flip out. Okay, fork, just stay. Stay. We need the grated rind of 1 lemon. So I obviously did not run to the grocery store to get lemons, but I have from Penzies lemon peel, dehydrated, and it has instructions on the back, and it says you're supposed to rehydrate for 15 minutes, but we're not. So what I am gonna do, it's a tablespoon is approximately 1 tablespoon dehydrated peel is equal to the zest of 1 medium lemon. So that's what we're working with. And I have never bothered to wait to rehydrate it. I have literally, always just gone ahead. That's close enough. So I'm going to let it rehydrate as it cooks, because this is probably going to take a little bit to cook. We need 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, which I'm just using store-bought. Again, I was not going to pick up a lemon. Woo! Those air bubbles in this are friggin' monsters. 1. 2. 3. And the reason why this is like a spontaneous baking stream is because my dad did come home from the hospital yesterday, and I promised him lemon cookies, and I already set up my schedule for the week. Baking was not really something I could super squeeze into it, so we're doing it now. This is supposed to make 5 dozen double cookies, and I don't know if that means that we will get 5 dozen total because we will make 10 dozen caps and bottoms, or if we're going to get 5 dozen caps and bottoms and it will make 2.5 dozen cookies. We're gonna find that out together. 2/3 of a cup sugar. Hello, it is a cookie stream. May, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. That's how you recharge a lemon battery. Oh my goodness, Positive. Oh my goodness, here comes the pun master himself. We're gonna start calling you Punsitive, okay? He is doing wonderfully as far as I can tell. He's obviously in some pain, but that's to be expected. 1.5 tablespoons of softened butter. We're gonna eyeball it. Slide and slide. That looks like about halfway. But I know if before or after stream tomorrow, I go over there with lemon cookies, he'll be in a much happier space. My dad, the wonderful diabetic, is a sweets fiend. And they told him that his new diet for life needed to be like low carb, low salt, low fat. And what did he do right upon getting out of the hospital? He went to a dinery type restaurant to get a giant hamburger with the works. And I am not surprised. I'm not surprised in the least. My uncle, who had bypass surgery years ago, my aunt said that he is the same way. There's no changing them. And you know what? I figure if we can get him to just cut back a little bit, he doesn't have to give it completely up, but just, you know, moderation a little bit more, that'll be good enough, because you have to have joy in life. And my dad has always said, if he loses his quality of life, just take him out back and shoot him. And he really means it. Like, I know that's a very harsh thing to just say, but he really means it. And he means it because that's just the kind of person he is. He wants his quality of life. He wants to be able to go out and do things. And he's always been that way, because when we were kids, he did experimental knee surgery called an Ellison's procedure. So because it came down to either you do the experimental surgery, this was long before they had the knee replacement, or you are going to have your joint fused, and you will not be able to really like walk. And he would have lost his ability to go hunting. He would have lost his ability to bowl. He would have lost his ability to do trap shooting. Like, he would have lost his ability to do literally all of the activities in life that bring him joy. And he was like, we're going through with the experimental surgery. There was no choice in his mind. And my grandparents, his parents, drove us out to Boston to see him because that was the only place they did that surgery. So technically, I have been to Boston in my life. I just don't remember. I was very young. Catherine, hello. I am a baker. Thank you for the welcome. I turn around and look as I can. Welcome in, T. You love that. Punsitive? Yeah, you're gonna be punsitive from now on. He went in for surgery on Thursday. So it's a minimum 5-day stay in the hospital, and he stayed like 4.5. I think they were ready to be done with him as well. He can be a tough patient. I love seeing all the faces in here. I've been lurking my fellow EBGG streamers' streams. I've been lurking, you guys. I was in Maze last night. I was in Sparkly's. I hung out with Sid for a while. Where I think hanging out in Sid's was the first time I got to see Positive be punalicious. I think that was the very first time. And it was hilarious. Catherine, you bake too? Do you do baking streams as well, or do you just bake for a hobby? And if you're wondering, I was careful to get all this in together because I didn't want to cook the eggs like into scrambled eggs. Steam is very hot. Very, very hot. I have a feeling we're gonna get, well, I mean, they're small cookies though. I think because it's a teaspoon full of dough, I think they're only gonna be like yay big, maybe yay big. So I don't know how much this is gonna make, but the nice thing is, if I decide I need more, I can just bake more at any time. It's not a hard recipe. Are you having issues down there? No, you're good. You're just letting some steam out the sides. You do the VTubing. Gotcha. You're making something for D&D on Friday? Ooh, what are you making? Seamus. Oh, going back to the experimental surgery. That surgery screwed up his leg pretty good, as it would, because they had to like rearrange his muscles essentially to use them to help stabilize the knee. But it did pull him through until the knee replacement basically came out, and they were able to just do progressively better surgeries until we got to the full knee replacement, of which he's had 2 full knee replacements on the same leg. I think it is. Yeah, 2. You know, we may have some scrambled egg in here. There may be a part of this recipe that should have said, bring the water to a boil whilst the ingredients are in the double boiler. Because I thought that I thought it was just... Yeah, we've got, you can kind of see it on the back of the spoon. We've got some scrambled egg. I was hoping to be able to get it in fast enough and stir it along with the butter and the sugar to stop that from happening, but... So part of the recipe should say bring to temp on the double boiler. Do not get the double boiler going ahead of time, you know, my preferred way, or take the top of it off of the boiling part and just let the heat come up. Don't use it like a lid. So when I put it in Discord, I will make those notes. And these are all things like, because I said that book is from 1963, a lot of these things are items that would have just been taught. I'm just gonna put this through a strainer and then we won't have scrambled egg bits. Adapt, improvise, overcome. I will not lose what I'm making. Cheesecake bars, that sounds delicious. You just have the voice, okay. I'm so used to people either being a VTuber or a face cammer that it's very unusual now to meet people who just do voice. Got to get gas and dinner picked up before D&D. Oh, nice, Carrie. Enjoy your D&D and safe travels. You've asked for cheesecake as your birthday cake before, Seamus? I'm not surprised. So, for those who are new here and don't know, Seamus is my fiance. He is a decent guy. He's just horny old goat. This does not seem thick enough yet to be a lemon butter filling. Which is why I was pretty sure we could just rehydrate the lemon rind in this. Yes, it's absolutely about whatever makes one comfortable. It's just definitely one of those like trend shifting things. Yeah, you gotta sneak through. Because I know 2 years ago when I started, not using a face cam and just being a voice was very common. And then the VTuber or just having like a little PNG picture down at the bottom became more and more common, even if it didn't have any reactive things. So it's become more common to see like the PNG or the VTubing and less common to see just voice. And it's wild in 2 years how the trends have shifted that way. Goats do have horns. A double pun, car, and animal? I mean, quite possibly positive. Quite possibly. I know from making my pies that this often looks soupy, and then it's just like, bam, suddenly you have not soup. Ah, he's getting more to drink. He's just trying to be careful because I've taken over the kitchen. The apartment do be small. I will say this is the first time in my life that while baking I've accidentally made bits and pieces of scrambled egg. First time for everything. So are you doing plain cheesecake or is it a flavored cheesecake bar? Because something I haven't made in a while, but I might bust out and make this year is pumpkin cheesecake around the Halloween season. I haven't made one of those in a minute and they're so good. Have I not made that? I made that while I was in school for massage, so you've had a taste. Because I made that, and then I made booze cakes in advance of our final exams so that we could all calm our nerves with boozy buttercream before we took tests.
Extra horny.
It's a chocolate. Ooh. The fourth from your fave baker. Which cookbook? And which baker? Is it the Dylan B. Hollis? Is it Claire Saffit's Dessert Person? Maybe, I don't think it's in Anne Reardon's. In her How to Cook That, because I have that one. Excuse me, laptop, I don't want that. I've never heard of Jane's Patissier's books. Ooh, I'll have to look them up. I'm always looking for a good cookbook. We should be getting close to either it's going to do something or it's not. This may be as thick as it gets, and it may be like my pudding sauce that I make for chocolate cake, where it looks goopy until it cools down and then it is no longer goopy. And I think I may go with that because this is not, it's made 0 changes since we've been chatting. But it does seem relatively thick. Yeah. Turn off the heat. Whoop! Take the molten spoon to the sink. Mainly because I don't want to set it on anything. I'm gonna spin you guys in a second. Let me get out a small heat-proof bowl because I don't need anything large to strain this into. And let me go get my sieve. I don't know who followed, but thank you for the follow. Boop, boop, boop. Don't follow me. Don't fall. I hear another follow. Thank you so much. I will look as soon as I get back to where I can see things. That.
It's a follow bot.
Oh, it's, oh. Well then, where is SiriBot? Siri, this is what you're supposed to be good for. Oh boy. SiriBot is sort of auto banning. Hang on a second, I need to pause. Stream elements, activity feed, pause alerts. Well, that's always exciting. I don't know how many Siri is hitting. But we'll have to start going through and banning names. If you wouldn't mind, Seamus, as we take this ride on the magic slidey ride over to my island, where I do the majority of my baking. Miggles. Paper bag is slightly in the way. If it hasn't removed them, there's a tool that will. Good to know. Good to know. Thankfully, it looks like it was not substantial. Oh. Wow. I spoke too soon. Holy fuck. Well then.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with those.
Mark, hi!
Well, that's an actual person.
Yeah, Mark is an actual person. It's okay. Kumabot? Does Kumabot do a little better than... Normally, Siri is like on top of this. And I mean, they got a good chunk of them. I see it. I think it's just that Siri's banning them as fast as they come in, kind of. I would love that, Shez and CM. I appreciate that, because it's definitely hard to, Lady of the Drought, thank you for the follow. I believe you're probably a real person. All of the good bots are having issues because of some throttling. So yeah, that's what I've heard, Kitty. That's what I've heard. SiriBot, the creator of it, mentioned it, and they said that they know how to fix it. They just haven't had the time. All right, let me get. Yeah, it's thickening a little. Let me get the hot stuff. No, I need it from out of here. I appreciate the help, you guys. Apparently I missed your channel in the sweep of new friends. Oh, yeah, there were a lot of us. And it's very exciting, but there was a lot of us. SiriBot got a lot of them, Seamus? That's good. Thank you, Mrs. Rev. Well, also make sure you submit a ticket to Twitch and... Oh, I didn't know you could submit tickets to Twitch about that. She's an elf. I mean, I'll take it. Elven help sounds good. Without burning myself or spilling it all over the counter. There, now that it's got weight in it. Because since we accidentally made scrambled eggs, I did pause the alerts. I'm going to take a moment after I get this through the sieve to skip through like all of them so I can turn them back on. Woo! Not me trying to fling the hot stuff at myself. And it is thickening as it cools, so I was correct in that assumption. Experimental baking. Okay. This will ensure any of the lemon rind that didn't like hydrate nicely and all of the scrambled eggs do not end up in the filling. And honestly, I personally don't like the texture of lemon rind. Like, I am a non-pulp orange juice drinker as well if I drink it. So this works out for me in that I also will not have lemon rind in zest as it would be in the stuff either. So I would probably do it this way regardless of making scrambled eggs. Scrape the bottom. Let's get the remnants that did not come off. There. Now that's just floof that we don't need. Yep, it's thickening up. As it's cooling down. You can kind of see it. It is subtly lemon. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why is it coming down the edge? Because it's on the outside of the bowl. Oh my god, did we get... Oh, holy shit. Thank you, Shay. Oh my lord. I'm scrolling back to see if anything's been said. Gonna lurk for a bit while I eat dinner. Ooh, teriyaki pork and rice with broccoli? That sounds really good, Mrs. Rev. Mod love indeed. Big Mama Lisa, I'm having a lovely day otherwise. For sure, for sure. It's under the affiliate category. Okay. Good to know. Yes, all the EBGG friends. I super appreciate them. This is only the 3rd time I've ever been follow botted, but this is definitely the worst follow botting I've ever seen. Yeah, I've got the alerts paused at the moment. You can just turn off your follow alerts for right now. It sounds like Siri is getting all the naughty ones. Yeah. Do I also deliver cookies? So, I have been known to mail cookies. I have shipped them. So we're gonna mute the alerts, but unpause them. So it's gonna, and then we're gonna just hit skip like a gajillion times. How many times? I don't know. I'm just continuously hitting snooze or skip. Skip, 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 skip. Let's see. Ooh, I may have hit skip enough times. And I am saying that right. It is Shay, Shez. Because I immediately, when I see it that way, I turn the Z into a Y. But it might be the opposite way. And my brain is just now catching up with the fact that my pronunciation isn't always the right pronunciation. It takes a minute. All right, garbage can. For the remnants. Shez like Pez. Oh my. What the actual... My lord. Holy tits. I don't know what I did to be so popular today. I simultaneously do not understand why people feel the need to set up these kinds of like stupid malicious accounts. It escapes me. water in that so that it doesn't just 100% solidify, because that would suck. Small people trying to make themselves, yeah, pretty much. Kind of like your high school bullies, which sadly I have plenty of experience with. But the alerts are still popping up, yeah. So I'm gonna put the pause on the alerts again. They were already muted, so at least they weren't making a ton of sound, but yikes! Yikes! Okay, grab my cookbook, because I kind of need the recipe for the next part. And wipe up the bottom moisture from the double boiler top. I'm literally gonna just let the lemon butter filling sit and chill. Probably, I don't know if I'm gonna use a knife to spread it on or pipe it. I haven't decided. We'll see how it thickens. So I can hit the pause. It comes through Stream Elements. Isn't gonna affect your viewers who are here to watch. Okay, that works. I trust you guys because like this is that area where I haven't explored it very much because I haven't had issues that spurned me to need to explore it. So you have a lot more knowledge than I do on the how to mitigate asshole bots. They really must. Positive. Yeah, I have paused the alerts and muted them, so there should be no alerts coming through aside from like automatic shoutouts through Firebot. Who wouldn't? I know, you're actually gonna get to eat them though, Seamus. I need flour. Salt, butter. I should have pulled the butter out a while ago. I need a cup of butter. Ugh. Which I think is 2 sticks. And it'll be quote unquote soft enough. Yeah. 2 sticks makes a cup. Set those out. Confectioner sugar we don't need till after things are baked. I need lemon extract. Hey Sid, welcome to the chaos. That works, Shez, my God, brain, stop. Shez. Thank you for the lurk positive. Okay, lemon extract. I don't get to use my lemon extract nearly enough. Oh, smells just as good as the vanilla. So this is salted butter, and thus I am debating on do I add more salt to this? 1963. Ara ara, Carrie. Nearly all the Canadians end up calling me Shay. Oh, okay. Sid's here, you gotta go. Oh. Back from food pickup. Welcome back, Carrie. Yeah, I was hanging out in Sid's yesterday. So, yeah, I guess in 1963 the butter would have still been salted, and they're calling for more salt. Granted, this recipe could be older than 1963. I have no idea. It doesn't say. Hang tight up there, hair. Cream, butter, and sugar. Wait, what? We are putting the confectioner sugar in. Okay. Okay, so we need... Hold the phone recipe. We're going to use confectioner sugar in the recipe and on the outside. Wild. Because usually when it does that, it'll say half a cup plus more for dusting or whatever. It usually calls it right out. Siri is still trying. Siri is still trying. Ben's here too. Gross. You came at the right time, Coco. Welcome in. Thick. I would like my thighs to not be quite as thick as they are, though. I think a lot of us say that. I'll just chop it. Where did I leave my knife? On the stove. So if you want your butter to warm up faster, but you don't want to use microwave, you can either make it into smaller chunks, grate it, because it's science lesson, that's increasing the surface area of the butter to get heat to it, which allows it to soften faster. Or, as I'm about to do, I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces. And I'm gonna cream my butter first before adding the confectioner sugar, even though it says to do it together. Because if you do not, when you are using an electric mixer, you will end up with confectioner sugar all over you, the wall, the floor, the island, the mixer. I may or may not be speaking from experience. Ugh. And Seamus may or may not have had to help me vacuum that mess up. Yeah, I tossed the other one. Hi, good old Nate, welcome in. Amber, hello, you love chocolate orange? Ooh, nice. Chocolate orange is pretty good. You're a citrus fan, drink tea? Yes. Is it late for you, Catherine? You're gonna go ahead and watch things? No problem. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your evening. Lemon-based or orange? Basically, citrus is my jam, including citrus jam. I am also a big citrus fan, Sid. Hate relationship, love it. I feel it. I feel it. Nate, thank you for checking in. Lemon equals Seamus is a big lemon fan. You got watermelon, Coco? Let's go. You don't like them in your sweets. That's fine though, Nikki. Like, I have things that I don't like in specific ways. Unlike the movies, that doesn't seem like fun to clean up. Yeah, it's not fun to clean up. Orange, you glad that Sid loves oranges too? I am very glad. Orange Milano cookies are super good. Marmalade was a love. Yeah, Seamus does love his marmalade. You're getting distracted by orange. So what I'm hearing is eventually I should try to find an orange cookie recipe just to make everybody here drool. I'm sure there's an orange cookie in here. Because I know the kaleidoscope cookies that I did a few years back for Christmas had an orange variant. And they're not a hard recipe. They just, you have to be patient because they need to chill in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours before you chop them and put them on cookie sheets to bake. And they're good. They're good, don't get me wrong. They just weren't like Christmas cookie good. So I took them off the menu. Eventually, I would like to make lemon meringue pie for you guys. I have a lemon pound cake recipe that was left by my mom I would make. Lemon is a very prominent flavor in my family, I'm realizing. I'm probably gonna make a pineapple upside down bundt cake soon because that is one of Seamus's favorites and I have not made it in literal years. So we can try together to get all the pineapple rings to stay in the cake when I tip that thing out and have it not break. I want to try making the pink cake from the Stardew Valley cookbook. And I'm lucky enough to have a sister-in-law who raises ducks, so I can get the duck egg required for it. You're a massive chocolate fan? I do love chocolate. Lemon pound cake's a staple in your family? Hell yes. Key lime. Jane Patissier blog is full of chalky orange recipes. I'll have to check it out. You're drooling already. You just like to eat. Okay, sounds good, Shez. Sounds good. No pineapple for you? Oh no, not the allergy. That sucks, Rev. Lemon meringue is so good. Yes, Coco, if you want to send a care package, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Okay, let's whip the butter. Oop, I washed this. But there's still a hint of the chocolate on it. Oh well, I know it's clean. I'm gonna step away from that because it's gonna be loud. You don't find a huge amount nowadays, Catherine? Baking is my love. And it's because I love it that I will never do it as a job. Never, ever, ever. Because the thing about passions and jobs is that as soon as you do it as a job, it ceases to be a passion. And for some people, that's fine. Like they're able to move their passion into their workplace and not miss it. But I tried that with photography. I tried to make a business out of photography, and that was the worst decision that I ever made career-wise. Not just because I spent a lot of money on a school that essentially robbed me, but because it took away the passion. Oh, thank you, Seamus. Mandels, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Saknika. You may also hear me called Sam. I am a member of Everbright Global Gaming with Mandels. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I'm currently baking. It's a pop-up stream. I'm sorry that there is no alert, and Seamus had to call me, but we have had a massive issue with follow bots today. How are you? How was stream? How was the fruit of Grisaya? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. You're an official taste tester? You know, we need taste testers. Taste testers are important. Yeah, we have all the alerts paused and whatnot because it seems like every time I unpause and unmute the alerts, the follow bots come back. So, my apologies, but the bots be out in force today and not for the good of the world. Shove that back in place. Or are they both out of place? They're both out of place. There we go. There we go. All right. Scrape the sides down. I'm kind of going back and forth between I can read chat and I can work on baking. Traumatic plot point. Oh no! Can you make the pie from Fruit of Grisaya? Do they bake in Fruit of Grisaya? It's a visual novel, so I don't think so. Lemon snowdrops sound delicious, though. I'm hoping they're gonna be delicious. I've never made this before. We're just winging it with a recipe that has a lot of assumption and little instruction. That's about how I'm gonna put it. 'Cause that's how older recipes work, right? You grew up with a family member showing you the ropes, so you didn't need a lot of instructions. It just kind of was like, oh, I know what to do with this when it says X, Y, and Z. And the book itself is from 1963. So again, people just knew what to do with X, Y, and Z. It's no tasting history level of like, holy crap, but it's amazing how much is lost in, let's see, it's 2024 to 63, 40, in 61 years. 61 years is all it took to lose a lot of cooking knowledge and baking knowledge. I mean, to be fair, look at the fact that there are literally tutorials on YouTube on how to cook an egg. No shame to anybody who doesn't grow up knowing how to cook an egg. It's just a sign of society as a whole where these very integral basic skills from not that long ago are not making it into current generations. You just throw things together and hope they work. Cooking is a little easier to do that with. Your waist is a testament to that, Seamus. Listen, my waist is a testament to that. That and a lack of movement. So 1/2 cup confectioner's sugar. And then again, because I don't want sugar in the face, I will smash it in briefly with my whisk attachment. And I am aware that KitchenAid has a cover to stop like stuff from poofing at you. I just refuse to buy it. Because my mother's KitchenAid did not have this issue. And it's just a difference in models and time. Because hers is 40 years old now. And even though she is deceased, it is still her KitchenAid. It still lives at my dad's house. He occasionally bakes, just not as much as I do. All right, now we'll whip it all together. Now we'll whip it good. Burned our kitchen down as kids, oh my goodness, yeah, that would light a fire under my ass to start cooking. They are. Jack Daniel Morgan, thank you so much for the follow. They are very bougie like that. And it's funny because they have competition now. Like there are equally good mixers out there. You don't have to get a KitchenAid. I just grew up with a KitchenAid, so it's what I'm comfortable with. So the first part of this recipe, like many of the cookies in this book, is make frosting, roughly. I'm not gonna lie, it makes for damn good cookies. The texture is phenomenal when you use powdered sugar. Oh, I just realized I said to sift it. Whoops, my bad, didn't do that part. We'll be okay. Close enough. close enough. Ugh. All right, what's the next part? Cream, butter, and sugar. Measure flour by dipping method or by sifting, and then add the lemon extract. Flour and salt and mix well. Okay, 2 cups of flour. Why get the 1 cup dirty when I can just use the half cup? A quality stand mixture is a game changer. So many other cheaper alternatives. If not, yeah, you're paying for the name. You do pay for the name. Banana breads and making pizzas. Ooh, Coco, that sounds good. What kind of pizzas? 11 pounds of flour in a month. Yup. It goes fast. Hand mixers or by hand. You know what, though? There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, gluten-free flour is super expensive. One. There's a cup. 1.5. Europeans, look away. I know you're the smart ones who weigh your flour. 2. Yep. So, true story. When I first moved in with Seamus, kind of by accident, because neither of us, like, we were friends with benefits to start, and I was just kind of sleeping over here and there, because that's the easiest way to do a booty call. Like, it's a true story. And as we got closer and I stopped going home, because the relationship just kind of happened naturally as we chatted between hanky panky, I wanted to bake him a strawberry rhubarb pie one morning. I harvested the rhubarb myself from my mom's house. We bought the strawberries. I was ready to go, and I went to bake it, and Seamus had no pie plate, no rolling pin, no pastry anything, no mixer, no mixing bowls, nothing. There was nothing here. So I had to run to my friend Gwen's to get a pie plate, borrow a rolling pin, like the whole 9. I cut the butter into the flour with forks. Like, it was a process. Stand mixer with a 9-gallon bowl. Yeah, that's how I was taught. Definitely. Yeah, and you know what? You're comfortable with what you're taught. You're looking away as instructed. High tech. Yeah. Hawaiian Supreme Classic Roni and vegetarian nice cocoa. Ooh, vocational school for culinary arts sounds amazing, Mandels. Sparkly, hi. A baking stream. This is my home. I have to be here. Yes, Solo, welcome in. Strawberry rhubarb is like the bomb, and I haven't made it in a while. Yeah, it was a challenge. Yeah, Seamus doesn't bake, he cooks. Vocational classes for 2 years in high school? Nice. Your dad did the cooking, Nivex, my mom did the baking, and I did the eating. It's a perfect relationship. Let the man cook. Yeah, Seamus can make bread. A blackberry chicken basil pizza? I'm sorry, Solar Wolf. I will be over in I don't know how long, but I'll be there. That sounds really good. Cooks in the house only because his sandwiches are legendary. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we did the salt, we did the flour. I need a teaspoon of lemon extract. It is a really good thing that if I do have ADHD, I'm able to manage, because I've never been tested, I've never been diagnosed, but I have suspicions, okay? That if it is the case, I'm very good at picking up where I left off. You know, they say that they're halves, but I'm wondering, we'll see after they bake. We'll see if they become sandwich cookies or if not. I mean, I guess they would have to because that is kind of goopy. These definitely aren't going to be ones that can go into a cookie jar, though, I don't think. I think these are going to be sit on a plate with saran wrap over them. I think they'll smush out. So Seamus, maybe my tweet that you saw 4 days late will come true after all, and we will go to my dad's, and then we can stop and pick up milk on the way home. Maybe we'll go after all. Okay, you mix. I need to start the oven for 400 Fahrenheit. Start oven light on so I know that I have started it. That is my personal universal symbol for the oven is on. The light is on. A little dry, a little crumbly. But I think it'll stick together, which is the important part. Pro tip, even with lemon extract, because now it's like blended into the dough, if you are having trouble with a dough that is just too dry, because here in America with not weighing our flour, that can happen, you can add little bits of milk in and it will give it some moisture back without like watering it down. Last 2 years of high school, I learned a lot, and also the amount of debt to come had I, yeah, debt is crazy. Where's my missing place? My what?
It's having all your ingredients out in little bowls.
Oh, I had no idea. I don't do that, Solo Wolf. Cookie dough does freeze great, but I'm baking every last one of them. Thank you for the follow, Geomies? Only bots on Twitch, obviously, right? Oh, you must be an EBGG because I saw the thing pop up. Let's go. Welcome in. And how you pronounce missing, put in place. Okay. Messe en place. Moderation setting. It's what I DM'd you about so that hopefully. Oh, mise en place.
Mise en place.
Okay, well, mise is in like geese. Oh, I appreciate that, Shez. I really appreciate that. Putting things away. C'est français, Seamus, not me. My last name might be French, but I can't speak it. And that is exactly why I will never give you guys outright my last name. Not that anybody should, but like if you are Smith, probably you're not going to be found. My last name? There's exactly 2 of us in this entire country of the United States with my name. 2. Put the salt away. We'll need that later. I should be done with this. I can put the extract away. I just basically need to make space to get my cookie sheets up here. I'm gonna need that again. This should be good. My baking education comes from watching YouTube and my mother. And a little bit from family, like my paternal grandmother, because my maternal grandmother passed when I was 7. So I never got the chance to bake with her, really chat with her the way I do on my dad's side. We don't have good longevity in my family. Your anxiety is melting away? Yes, I do. I clean as I go. It sticks with me to this day and helps with your ADHD brain. That's cool, though. You can give your last night and good luck. Ginger McHottie pie. Oh my God, Seamus. With the chicken with your head cut off. Yeah. No, this is literally how I learned to bake, was just get them as you go. And my mother, because she was the main person who taught me how to bake, she didn't even pull out the ingredients ahead of time. She just pittered around the kitchen and grabbed them as she went and then immediately put them away usually. I was the first one to kind of start with pull it all out and have it available. My main reason that I don't pre-measure it, okay, I'm gonna turn you guys just a little. There's the sink. We have on the one side where we can wash and on the other side where things can dry. I don't want the extra dishes. If I were still in my parents' house where I could just chuck everything in the dishwasher, different story, but I don't want to wash all the extra dishes. Can't keep it all straight. Yeah, whatever works for you. Yep. So no formal education. Never taught to do that, so I don't. Okay. We're going to measure level teaspoonfuls of dough, which I will literally use my teaspoon. It is stainless steel. It works great for this. Round into balls and flatten slightly, place about 1 inch apart on ungreased baking sheet, then bake 8 to 10 minutes or until very lightly browned, cool, and put together with filling. Yeah, the filling, much thicker. All right, cookie book. Thank you. Set the bookmark there. You have to very carefully come over here now. Are you? No, you're not interfering with the plant. Okay. Because I need this space for my wonderful, beloved air bake trays. I don't know if anybody else bakes with air bakes, but I adore air bakes. They're the best. I could do it now or feel anxious and unproductive if it just sits. Yeah, yep. Because of the vocational classes, and while it might create more dishes, in the end, it allows me to get all the ingredients together without leaving. That is fair. That's fair, Solo Wolf. Air bakes. Yeah. So mine are very beat up, which is why you can see these little pin pricks. But they have like pieces that make this get a gap of air in between. Everything's mirrored for me. So they are naturally non-stick. Things just do not stick to these trays. Excuse you, oven. They don't stick to these trays hardly ever. And with the air gap, they'll cook just a little bit longer when you take them out of the oven. But I've never had to super tweak the time on anything. It's what my mother always used. It's what I adore using. They're easy to clean. And I don't see people use them very often, but I really like them. Do I preemptively? God, you do feel. But if I squeeze you, you do come together. We'll try to measure it. guess they come together. I'm thinking they're gonna spread because they're like way tiny little things. Not enough coating over it that can be scratched off. So I don't think they're coated with anything. Not to my knowledge. I think it's just the air gap that keeps it from sticking. I've just always used them. I've never looked into them. One of those, it works, didn't question. Oh my goodness, Smeagol, you got the zoomies? He's got the zoomies. Oh, they're Teflon coated. Okay. Seamus probably went and looked it up for me. Because I don't pay attention. I should pay attention, I just don't. Getting new air bakes is on my to-do list though, because these got squashed in storage, and that's why all the little pinpricks have come up through. Yeah, I don't know how many this is exactly gonna make. I feel like this dough's not gonna go very far, but maybe. Maybe. It says 5 dozen. But let me tell you what about these recipes. I don't know how they do their counting, but I usually get a different amount. So tools may be different from when these recipes were written versus now, which you wouldn't think that they would be, but my idea of a teaspoon and their idea of a teaspoon, like they could have just been using, for all I know, like literally a spoon you stir your tea with. I am using an actual teaspoon. I have a recipe I make called bonbons from here, and that is a staple Christmas cookie recipe where you coat gumdrops in a cookie dough. Not unlike this one, actually. And that one always says it's only gonna make like 2 dozen, and I get way more than 2 dozen out of it. But gumdrop sizes could have changed. Take estimates with a grain of salt, that's fair, yeah. Oh, that's a tough call, Carrie, that's a tough call. So I do have a tiny ice cream scoopy thingy, but that would take out more than what I need. I am not sure what size of scoop would be a teaspoonful, but it is definitely not the sizes that I have. Because I also get the feeling these days, when people make more like modern cookie recipes, the trend is bigger is better. And so most recipes call for no less than a tablespoon, which is wild to me, but you know, whatever. We've got an ad coming up, but this is like, normally I try to time my ads with breaks, but baking streams, I can't do that. I will say though, baking streams help me to be a little more mindful, because Seamus can tell you, when I'm baking just on my own, I fly. I think these can be a little closer together, actually. My ability to estimate distance is almost non-existent, but an inch apart is not as much space as I was leaving. A universal experience on the cookie scoops where it's they're not the right size, or that everything is getting bigger. Oh, that cookie scoops exist, yes. Yeah, I love my cookie scoops when I'm doing like chocolate chip, because I'm just like whizzing through them. I sort of like my cookie scoops when I do chocolate crinkles. Curse those cookies. Jesus. There's a cookie that I wish no one had ever told me about. Love my friends and family to pieces who adore that cookie. Like, I will never stop making it at Christmas time now because they adore it. But oh my God, that cookie is so sticky and such a pain in the ass. It's a cookie that like a lot of people really love. Myself not included, actually, unless it's like within 24 hours of coming out of the oven. But everybody else really likes them. But it just is a miserable dough to work with. It's like you chill it. You have to keep it chilled. And it still sticks to everything. Like literally everything. It's obnoxious. So Pam is my best friend in the kitchen with that. She keeps it from sticking to my cookie scoop, sort of. And then Seamus helps me out with those cookies in that he usually is the one to roll them in the confectioner sugar and set them on the tray. So I'll scoop them and deal with the scoop, and he'll do the rolling and the setting. Because God damn, I hate those cookies. I love my friends and family, and they are very lucky that I do. So I try to get those cookies done early in my Christmas cookie marathon just so that I don't have to look at them anymore. And it's funny because I found the chocolate crinkle recipe online, but it is the same recipe that's in this book. Molasses cookies are worse. I've never had a molasses cookie. You have to duck out. Thank you for being here while you could, Shez. And thank you again for your help. I really appreciate it. Add soon. I snooze them for now. No worries. If they run, they run. It's no big deal. You are helping Seamus. But I appreciate it, CM. That's one of those things, like, I appreciate that Twitch gives us the ability to snooze. I just wish there was a little bit more flexibility in how long you could snooze them for. Or that you could, because like, if I clean in between, I don't mind running the ads then while words on stream is all that's up. But if I'm doing something important, like, I physically should not try to snooze them. Because, you know, clean hands and all that. And it would be nice to be like, all right, listen, this is gonna take like another 20 minutes. Just snooze the ads for 20 minutes and then you can run them or what have you. But I'm sure Twitch also doesn't want to miss out on their ad revenue because Twitch is a business and businesses do business things. So I thought so too, but the recipe says to roll them after assembly. Like, this recipe is bizarre. I don't know how the powdered sugar is gonna stick. It literally says, cream, butter, and sugar. Measure flour by dipping method or by sifting. Add lemon extract, flour, and salt. Mix well. Measure level teaspoonfuls of dough, round into balls, and flatten slightly. Place 1 inch apart on ungreased baking sheet. Bake 8 to 10 minutes or until very lightly browned. Cool. Put together with filling. Roll in confectioner's sugar. So apparently you roll these after the fact. I will be very interested to see if the confectioner's sugar actually sticks to said cookies. You're getting your book now? Do you have the cookie book, Solo Wolf? Do we share a cookbook? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 25 per sheet sounds good to me. Set this over here because I don't want to get it going and then have to stop to take it out necessarily until I get like half of this tray done. So that's 2 dozen. So I should get another tray and a half basically according to the recipe. Unless we get 5 dozen total cookies, in which case I will get another like 3 trays. Seamus, thank you for gifting the subs to the community. I appreciate it. Congratulations, Opal, Artie, Udon, Hippo, Hannah, and Blue Soul Boo, because fuck them ads. It's a pre-baked garnish. And that's what I would think, but according to this recipe, it's post. Here's the thing. I think the cookies are gonna taste good regardless of whether they're rolled in powdered sugar or not. So I'm gonna try it with the way the recipe's written, and if it fails, I'll know for next time. But if they taste good regardless, I will just skip the powdered sugar in the mess. Partially because I don't feel like taking that other tray back apart to roll them in powdered sugar. I am a little bit of a YOLO baker. Because I do have a cookie recipe in this book where you garnish them at the end when they come out of the oven. But you do it while they're still warm, which makes them tricky because you have to get them off of the tray and then garnish them, and they're shaped like candy canes, and these fuckers like to break. I have anxiety over those cookies, but they're so good. Those are one of my favorites. And I have to specify that they are cookies because they are called candy cane cookies, and we are not making like sugary candy canes. Ophelia, hello! You're all disheveled. A little soy sauce in vanilla butter. Really? Udon engineering is an awesome, it is. Were you at the gym, Ophelia, or were you at work? Welcome in, my friend, welcome in. The thing I want to learn with buttercream is how to make it not god-awful sweet. Because I love I love the underlying not sweetness flavor of the butter mixing with the sugar, right? But holy balls, it's so sweet. And I've tried Swiss meringue buttercream, and it's not that good. I wanted to like it. I wanted to like it a lot, but it's just not that good. Hot soak tired. 215 on deadlift? Fuck yes, Ophelia. That's just the style, okay. Calm down, Coco, calm down. Listen, there's a muscle mommy in chat, Coco. You don't have to be that calm. Different recipes that don't have as much sugar. American buttercream is also probably what you're used to. So actually, the only buttercream I know how to make came from a British YouTube channel called Cupcake Gemma. I have no other buttercream recipe. Because when my mom would make frosting, she used Crisco, and I hates it. I do not like Crisco frosting. I shudder. Yeah, Swiss meringue is just, Russian buttercream. Okay, I'll have to look up Russian. Yeah, so the Swiss meringue buttercream, like, it's not bad, but it's not great. I feel like I can taste egg in it, which is odd because the flavor of egg really kind of comes from the yolks and they're not part of it. Your niece and nephew turned 16 today. Oh yeah, that'll make you feel old. Russian buttercream seizes the means of production and sends you to Gulag in Siberia. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Seamus. Okay. Let's say I finish this row and we get the first of the trays in while we finish up the last 2 rows on this tray. Because who knows how much they're gonna spread. We're gonna go for the 8 minutes out of the 8 to 10 because like I mentioned earlier, the air bakes do continue to bake a little bit when you take them out of the oven. And I think I can finish another 10 rolls in 8 minutes. It's only Tuesday. Hello, Nova. Hello. But it's made with a ton of vodka. How are you, friend? I think ads should be done. Okay. I need to set a timer on my phone, which is up here. Clock, timer, 8, done. Let me put these in yon oven. Start. And then we continue. Hockey? Yes, baking. I'm doing good. So they're air baked trays, Coco. It's a specific brand and style of cookie sheet, basically. And because the trays themselves have an air gap in them, they continue, like they hold the hot air and continue to bake when they get out of the oven. I'm very interested to see what these do in the oven. Thank you for the follow, Hockey. My new fellow EBGG teammate member. My God, words are hard. And my mouth and my brain do not communicate. Ever. They do be hard, yeah. Some kind of fancy oven. You're thinking of the Easy Bake Oven where we all learn to cook. True story. When my brother was born, so my brother is approximately 6 years younger than me. He was born on Christmas morning, 1994. So I was around 6 years old, and I got an Easy Bake Oven for Christmas. So I made my mother Easy Bake Oven cakes and took them to the hospital when we went to visit that day. I am sure that is exactly what she wanted to eat after giving birth. But she did, she ate them. You always wanted an Easy Bake? I think mine is still in our basement. Now there would be a stream if I pull it out and it still works. Do an Easy Bake Oven stream. She wasn't able to bake Ethan. Oh my God. Good old Ethan. He's such a troll. He's an amazing kid brother, but he is such a troll. Is there really an Easy Bake Oven cookbook? Try to make a souffle in an Easy Bake? Oh no. Oh no. Younger brother was 11 months younger than me. Irish twins is what they call it. Wow, Mandels, that's crazy. Also, sorry to hear about your late brother. That's gotta be rough. No matter how much time has passed, that's gotta be rough. It's not easy to lose family. I'm gonna have to look into the Easy Bake Oven cookbook. If I can find my Easy Bake, I'm pretty sure it's still in my dad's basement. I will get that cookbook and we will give it a try, because that sounds hilarious. I need to go look for my Furby too, just to make Mel by Moonlight jealous. Furbies, I should say, because I have an OG Furby and I have a Furby baby. Baby Furby? I don't know. I don't remember what they were called. They were just little. I would appreciate that, Rev. I put a cooldown on the hug? What? 10, oh my gosh. So it's very fresh. My condolences. And the grieving process is unique to all of us and never easy. My only word of advice is to just take it day by day. And you're gonna have probably weird days where you're like, I feel like I might be through the grieving process. And then all of a sudden it's just gonna sneak up and hit you in the back of the head like a baseball bat. And that's normal. I made my second cake. It's low-key cakey in this cakester. Heck yes, RZ Blue, welcome in. You sent one to Husbando. I love it. No, you're fine, Mandels. You are absolutely fine. You can absolutely post it in the Discord. You sure can. There is a, like a food baking channel. 20 different ones? Oh my. There is the Discord link. You'll have to react in the Discord rules channel to gain access, but that's easy done. Let me just look in the oven. They're puffing. They're puffing up, so I mean, they're doing things. Let's try to smush this together. Yeah, but no, Mandels, don't feel bad. We talk about that kind of stuff all the time here. It's important to talk about it. I was chatting about it recently because, was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, the 10th of August was 6 years since we lost my mom. And it's been 6 years and I still to this day, like, I get emotional. I get emotional in a different way than when it was only a year old and it was still very fresh, but it's still like, it changes you losing a family member that close. And there's no explaining it. There's no like getting over it. You just kind of adapt. Adaptation is kind of the best word for what happens when you lose somebody that close. Thank you for the follow, RZ. Has advice you want to get better? Sure, I will look at it when I get done with stream. I'm not a professional, but I'll offer what advice I can. And a cookbook, baking book. Oh, I've got 10 seconds, hang on. Let me pull the tray because I think it's done. And then I'll get the cookbook out that I would recommend for learning. No, actually, I think I'm gonna let them go for another 2 minutes. They look like they can use it. We're going for the full 10. It's Ann Reardon's How to Cook That. Is that one of the ones on the top? It is not. Slidey. Or she's from How to Cook That. Her book is called Crazy Sweet Creations. So this is what it looks like. You can find it on Amazon. The really cool thing about Ann Reardon's book is that she literally has the science in it. So Ann Reardon is a baker and a food scientist from Australia, and she created a cookbook of recipes that includes the science. So if something goes wrong, you can try to figure out why through that. 14 for mine, and yeah, sometimes it hits randomly. Yes, exactly, Sid. Yup. Asking questions, yeah. Yup. 100%. I can't tell you how often when I am baking, I yell at my mother because I'm like, if you were here, you could explain this to me, God damn it. I had been his caretaker for several years because of his disabilities. That is a very lot to unpack. You had your therapist. Oh, good. It's good that you have somebody there that can really be by your side through this. And a good community and friends, chef's kiss. You cannot replace them. 3 years since your dad passed, and when I realized I can't, it does knock you over for a few minutes. Yes, a lot of people who can empathize. Pull this back over here. Yep, we've all got our moments. Let me pull this tray because it's now been 10 minutes. They should be good to go. They really, now they're just slightly golden. That's what we want. They're really not spreading. I could probably fit a lot more on these trays. So I guess the butter doesn't do much to create the spread. And you're gonna need to be 10 minutes now. And I need to put out cooling racks. I think that's also partly why myself and, my siblings were a little nerve-wracked when my dad went in for bypass on Thursday, because it was literally 2 days before the anniversary of Mom's passing, and it was initially a triple bypass. It turned into a quadruple bypass. And we just, it's in the back of your mind, like 6 years ago, our mother went into the hospital and never came out. So, Raid, you get used to that like paranoia. Natasha, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Saknika. You may also hear me called Sam. I am a member of Everbright Global Gaming and a variety streamer here on Twitch. Today we are doing a pop-up baking stream making lemon snowdrops. How are you? What were you doing? Co-working raid. Woo! Welcome, welcome. The cookies look so good, thank you. You were playing Just Chatting. Oh, you're a fashion designer. Ooh, what were you guys talking about? Oh my God, I have to hit the start button. That kind of helps when you're baking to hit the start button on the timer. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But yeah, no, Dad ended up being fine, but it was definitely nerve-wracking. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always nice to see new faces. Doing a writing stream, plotting it. Ooh, you're writing a book? What kind of book? What genre? That's exciting. I've never heard of anybody doing a writing stream. That's really cool and unique. That's definitely different. Ugh. Cooling racks. The camera is being weird trying to focus. One of these days, when I am a richer streamer than I am now and have money to play with, I will invest in a better camera for this. Right now I'm just using a tablet. And the tablet is nice because it doesn't get caught by the mixer. So we tried my webcam 2 years ago, basically, when I was doing my first time with Christmas cookie baking. And anytime I ran the mixer, the webcam would freeze. So, technical difficulties. This one is action comedy, which is a new for me. You only do romance. This one, you gotta have some romance. I'm excited that you're inspired for something different. That sounds amazing. Cries in Millennial, yeah, yeah. So I looked it up and apparently there's like an electromagnetic interference that can happen with like the cords and stuff. So the tablet is like completely occupied over here. And even when I tried to keep the webcam completely occupied over here, it didn't matter. It was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. But it actually works out better right now using the tablet, I will say, because I actually use a remote desktop app to go from my laptop to my big desktop to pull up OBS and everything, so I don't have to copy anything to my laptop if I make changes. It all can just stay on one PC and be good to go. Yeah, Seamus is moving towards retirement. Yeah, yep. So baking streams and electromagnetic fields, they are a problem. I was going for the other spatula. There it is. I think I can potentially just spin the arm. Oh, I can. Let's go. Oh, we get an outside car concert. How wonderful. Thank you, random people who do not want to be able to hear in the next 10 years. Congratulations on ruining your hearing. Oh. Okay. We're gonna just use these to pop it. They're almost like mini Nilla wafers in look. Vanilla wafers. I don't know if anybody else's family calls them Nilla wafers, but mine does. Yeah, my other option is to look into ways to make the like different apps for getting a webcam-y function with this. Listen, I feel you though, because I am technically a millennial and I have no money. Part of it is because I started my own business, but yeah. The village in Florida. Laughs in Boomer. Yeah, you are Gen X. Which village in Florida, Coco? What are we talking about? Yeah, I've never seen it have this much struggle though with focusing. Oh, swingers. Okay. I'm not quite old enough to go there, Coco. I'm not quite old enough. I don't think they would appreciate the young blood. Loofahs, interesting, because I know it's usually the upside down pineapple is the international sign of swingers. And you see it a lot on cruise ships, from what I've heard. My family's in New York. We're going nowhere. Besides, usually the grass only looks greener on the other side, and then you get there and learn about its own version of bullshit, and you just have to pick which version of bullshit you want to deal with. There's no escape. Okay, so we're gonna make about 2.5 dozen cookies, probably. Might be a perv. Listen, you're in good company, Coco. There's no kink shaming here. None. So it's got to be like different color loofahs? Listen, Seamus, the bullshit I don't want to deal with in Texas or Tennessee is the weather, okay? It's fucking hot in Texas. Like, I do not want the heat. We already struggle with New York's heat, and it's worse in Texas, and Tennessee is right in Tornado Alley, so yeah, no, I'll pass, thanks. Okay, thanks. Nope. Different color loofahs. It is not, it doesn't matter if it's a dry heat. Also, Texas's power grid, it's kind of doo-doo.
It's lately weird in Tornado Alley.
I mean, we kind of are in Tornado Alley right now, and I hates it. Like, the weather needs to figure its shit out. I don't know if you guys can hear when Seamus calls out from there. I also don't know if we're gonna be able to raid out tonight, you guys, because of all of the follow bots. I'll probably check and see how many Siri managed to ban. I don't want to bring follow bots to somebody necessarily. I've always raided out before with no problem, but this was massive. This was massive. You heard him? Okay. Humid heat, you're by the ocean. Yeah, no. Low of 85, gross. It's a high of 85 around here. So freaking hot, but it's much more manageable if you stay properly hydrated. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, Dova. Just bleh. Satellite Beach. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which part Coco is talking about. We're gonna pull the cookies out of the oven. Uno momento, por favor. That's like all the Spanish I remember. Oop, these ones went a little long. But they're gonna taste just as good. The real question is, are we gonna have more filling than we need? Weather in Texas isn't that bad as long as you stay indoors and away from the sun and away from... Yeah, no, see, I like the sunlight. Despite being a ginger, I do like the sunlight. I like going to the beach and sitting under an umbrella because I'm not a psycho. But I love being outside in the summer in a manageable way. I don't want to have to wait till it's dark out to go outside. I love mountains and trees. I don't want to live in a place that's just flat and, you know, kind of like a boring landscape. And I also like having 4 distinct seasons. As much as I don't like dealing with the snow and winter, I really appreciate 4 distinct seasons. All right, we're gonna get, you know, closer to 6 dozen. These are so small. My dad's gonna be like, where's the cookie? I fucking guarantee you that is what he's gonna say to me. I'm good with 3 seasons and going to the mountains for skiing sometimes. Interesting. So I can't ski. I have tried. And I have failed. I've tried water skiing. I've tried cross-country skiing. Couldn't do either of them, so I have not bothered to try to take to a mountain slope because it would be very expensive to probably not be able to do it. I just can't keep the skis pointing in the right direction. I become crisscross applesauce. Now, I have heard that people who struggle with skiing can often do slalom with water skiing, which is where you only use 1 ski for both feet, and or they're decent with snowboarding. But again, it is very expensive to just try it out. I would much rather get a kayak. In Iraq, you're no longer impressed with me? That's a pile of shit, Seamus. Water skiing is hard, yeah. Yeah, it's an upfront cost and I am just not willing to invest. I would much rather learn to kayak and go out on a lake and kayak than figure out snow skiing. Or learn to water ski, because my dad got a boat when we were kids and we still have said boat. So like, I have access to the boat, and a pair of water skis is a lot cheaper than a mountain pass and everything else that you would need. But I don't know, again, that I have the ambition. My main goal at the moment is just to find more activities that are active. Because I have lots of activities now that involve sitting and either staring at books or staring at a screen. And I need to get up and move more. That's my current motto, by the way, for a better, healthier me, is eat better, move more. That's what I'm working with. No crazy fad diets. No massive rework of my entire lifestyle and core values. Just move more, eat better. I've been seeing a personal trainer as part of this to keep me accountable. I was going on daily walks, but it turns out you can get shin splints from walking. And I think I did, so I had to let my legs heal. And then of course we had all the rain. So I'll probably start those back up again soonish. And Seamus and I have been making it a point to cook more often. And while I haven't seen pounds come off, I have seen inches come off of various parts of my body. So I know it's working. And it's gonna be slow, because anything that's an actual lifestyle change that's healthy for you usually is slow. EBGG baking channel, heck yes, I bake occasionally. Excellent motto, yeah, yep, lakes and rivers, kayak, canoe, and rafting, they are big here. Despite politically being frustrating for me at times, 4 seasons, lots of protected land and wild spaces, minimal severe weather, only giant bugs are in the woods. Yeah, the giant bugs can stay in the woods 100%, Dova. Eat good food and be active, exactly. And thank you, Positive. And then, exactly, you can stick with it because it's an easy lifestyle change. It's not keto for weight loss and then you go back to your old habits that caused the problem in the first place because you lost the weight, or trying to stay strict with like Weight Watchers or something. And that's not to say that some of these diets don't work for people and they don't become like proper lifestyle changes that they can just work with, right? It's just that the majority of us cannot. It's just not for us. We'll call this 2. So this will be our last tray, which sees 31 cookies. So, oh, woe is me. I'm gonna have to just eat a lone cap. Yes, because we're getting 3 trays, so we've done 50. This will make it 81, so we're gonna get 40 cookies out of this, plus 1 that I get to just eat. Darn. What a shame. That just breaks my heart. Thank you for the following, J Nuz. If I'm saying your name wrong, let me know. I apologize that there's no alerts on at the moment. Ton of weight on keto, but then you gained it back after you came off of it. Exactly, yeah. Jay is fine, you got it. People don't realize that the key is staying with that. Yeah, yep, you have to stay with the diet. All right, we're gonna do the crazy thing, okay? I'm gonna put these in the oven, and then while these are baking, I'm going to hit the skip alert like 1,000 times. And we're going to try turning them back on and seeing where we're at. Start the timer this time. There, now you can see my face better. And a lot of diets are fads. Yeah, they are. They are. Skip, 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 skip. We got a raid message. Okay, I think we're safe, I hope. I'm gonna take a peek at Firebot and see what we're looking at. I don't see any of the bots left behind. So fingers crossed. All the fingers crossed, like we're done with the follow bot bullshit. $995. We were at 857, so we've gotten a lot. We're at 864 now of actual people. So 995 minus 864. We got 131 follow botters. Jeez Louise. I've completely let go of any consideration of my weight or body size. Yeah. You focus on movement that feels good and eating good foods. Whatever the numbers do is not something you're looking at. You know what, Dova? That is a beautiful way to do it. My only reason to be looking at numbers is because I would like to fit into my old clothing. I am somebody that does not want to buy new clothes. I like my old clothing, and so I'm going to try to stay in it. 864. Save changes. I'm updating my widgets data. Body dysmorphia, yeah. Yep, and that is a thing. There we go. It's been a journey for me to get here. If it's a goal for you after, keep going. Yeah, 100%. You only lose weight when you're pregnant. Oh no! You guys gotta love me for me. That's the best you can do, Jay. That's the best you can do. Because you have to buy up a size or two just to accommodate your damn legs, right? Right? In my case, I have to buy for my hips and my waist, but I can't buy for the fact that I'm fucking short. Ophelia is hot. Pass it on. Everybody here is a good looker. Even if I've never seen a picture of you, I vouch for it. Because everybody here has a good personality, and personality matters more than appearance, in my opinion. Okay, so we're done with this tray. We're just basically waiting 6-ish minutes to go for the next one. Scratch my eyebrow here. Now you're drooling? Yeah. We are all snacks here, Coco. We are chatting snacks, making snacks, because we're snackalicious. That's how it goes. This is my 2/3 cup. That'll sit there because I don't want it in the way. I can accept 4 dozen cookies. 2 dozen to my dad, 2 dozen to stay here. Because when you bake them, you eat them. That's how it goes. try to get this with water in it. Good enough. I need to rinse the grease off of my hands. Oh, that's hot. Mo better. Because there's this certain special, and anybody who bakes knows what I'm talking about. There's this very special kind of like film grease layer that ends up on your skin from butter and sugar being mixed together and rolled in your hands. Just, y'all making the mead pot? You just saw it? Yeah, mead is great. All right, Droid Cam. I'm gonna need you to stop trying to autofocus. Settings. Exposure locked. No, I want the exposure. Maybe I can't lock the focus on this. Well, that's a shame. You got some in the fridge? Hell yes, Coco. Hell yes. All right, it doesn't say how. How to assemble. Like if you're... I suppose I could use a knife to spread this. It's pretty thick. So we're gonna need a knife and then a way to store them. How do I want to store them? Do I want them on... Do I want to stack them in something? Do I want to set them on something? Decisions, decisions. This is the hard part. How do I want to store these bad boys? Because I have a feeling they're gonna like be able to smoosh around. I don't think they're gonna solidify. Which is also going to beg the question, how do I get them to my dad? I know how I get them to my dad. Ugh. Where are you? This is going to be so ghetto-ish, but I have 8-inch cake circles. I'm just gonna use them as a tray. Cool, I hit my step goal. What even was step goal? Because mine averages out. 2,290. Sweet, I'll take it. And vanilla bean cinnamon stick. Ooh, we'll just eat that with a spoon. I'm sure you would. Spaghetti's almost ready, let's go. I love spaghetti. Last long enough to need storing? Yes. Makes for the best cookies ever. Interesting, Ophelia. Is it because you're drunk when you're tasting them? Or you're just like not as paranoid when cooking? Because I know some people get very anxious when they're baking that they're gonna mess up or whatever. Let me pull these out. And now the oven can turn off, which means the air conditioner can turn on, because the air conditioner and the oven are on the same circuit, but the microwave is not. Like, and the bedroom is also on the same circuit. So like if I run too much stuff, we'll lose stream, we'll lose the oven, we'll lose the air conditioner. It's wild. It's a wild. Inhibitions and worry go right. That's what I figured. You're an anxious cooker because you don't cook. You don't enjoy doing it, but that's me, Coco. I do not like to cook. I do cook because it's important. That's why I'm like pushing Seamus to cook more, because he's like, I love to cook. Well, then fucking cook. You do the cooking, I'll do the baking. You make dinner, I'll make dessert. Let's see. No, I guess I can get away with another one of these to put the cooled cookies in to work with. These are cool enough. I'm gonna get the other ones off of the tray so that they can be cooling while I start assembling. One step leads to another. I will chat with you guys, but I'm just not gonna take the time to turn the camera for this last bit. Shing. I may also be unceremoniously just scraping them onto the cooling rack. There's that. Make sure they're spread out at least. There we go. Let them cool off. I think I'm just gonna, well, there's no way powdered sugar is sticking to this. I think you're right, Solo Wolf. I think you are supposed to do it ahead of time. It just doesn't read that way. You enjoy an edible around 8 p.m. most evenings. It's nice to just not give a shit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Dova. I am streaming the cookies. You wash dishes? Does that mean I can let you have a nominal? Oh my. A D10 edible. Like a 5 and I'm good. 10 and I'm flying high, which is nice, but it hits a little hard. At least you know what works for you, Dova. Butter knife, spatula, dip. Can I just dip them? Oh, there's a skin on top. Okay, I see you. Now can I dip? Sure can. And see, this is the part where it's like roll them. But how about no? So yeah, if you want the confectioner sugar on the outside so that they actually look like snowdrops, you have to do it before you put them on the baking sheet. Solo Wolf was correct. The recipe just doesn't explain well. Today we learned together. but I think they're still going to taste good even without the powdered sugar. And honestly, it might be serendipitous because powdered sugar that can potentially floof out at you when you go to eat them, like you inhale it, if it makes you cough, that sucks. And for my dad, who really doesn't want to cough right now, that would extra suck. You just had a nibble. Ah. You may have had a few really, really highs before figuring it out. I mean, you gotta experiment to find it. Yeah, I took half of it because I misunderstood my friend. She said I'm barely at half after a week of nibbles. Ah, you were cozy. Gotcha. Gotcha, Coco. Because you eat 25s, yeah. So I tried a piece of chocolate once that was the CBD THC stuff. Nothing happened. I want to say it was like a 35, 30, something like that. I don't know. It was one of Seamus's. And this was like, God, at least 6 months ago. At least. And like, I felt literally nothing. I was just, it's an alert. I didn't hear it, but I heard you. Oh my goodness, welcome on in, Raiders. 1 second, let me finish this cookie assembly and I'll come over and see. I saw it was Lesbian next door, who is, I believe, an admin for EBGG, and somebody I have lurked the streams of quite a bit, just never chatted because I'm an introvert like that. Stay, Cookie. Good enough. Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Saknika. You may also hear me called Sam. I am a new member of Everbright Global Gaming and a variety streamer here on Twitch. We're doing a pop-up baking stream making lemon snowdrops, which is a recipe that I have never made before, and we're just figuring it out as we go. We're to the assembly part. It's very exciting. How are you? What were we playing? I see the shout out happened. Spiritfarer. Oh, I either own that or it's on my wish list. How was it? How did you like it? Welcome in, welcome in. Thankfully, I wish I had heard the alert, but I think I can't hear it over the air conditioner, but we just turned the alerts back on because we had a follow bot issue earlier. Yes, new. Both Spiritfarer and Cozy Grove. I've never heard of Cozy Grove. You got to get going, Coco. Take care. Good luck. Good luck, Coco. Be safe. Which one did you enjoy more, or was it equal? Because I know sometimes different games hit differently on different days. I am just making a mess assembling cookies. Well, as little of a mess as possible. They are sliding apart like I expected they would, because they do not sit flat. We're using cake rounds to put them on because I need to transport some to my dad. That's the entire reason we're doing this. Cozy Grove, a game about camping on a haunted, ever-changing island. As a spirit scout, you'll wander the island's forest each day, finding new hidden secrets and helping soothe the local ghosts. With a little time and a lot of crafting, you'll bring color and joy back to the Cozy Grove, now with an expansion called New Neighbors. Oh, I love that. That sounds adorable. So it was kind of a cozy day, because you can only play a little bit each day instead of, oh, so it's got its own limitations. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So they're basically forcing you to extend the life of the game a little bit, which probably isn't for everyone, but that sounds fascinating. Seamus, you are probably going to get to eat some of this lemon filling with a spoon. I cannot imagine putting more than what I am in the middle of these. Spiritfarer is a cozy management game about dying. You play Stella, fairy master to the deceased, a Spiritfarer. Build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for the spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife. Farm, mine, fish, harvest, cook, and craft your way across mystical seas. That sounds amazing. Well, darn, yeah. From 80 to 87% completed. Had to say goodbye to another person today, and I bawled. Oh no! Oh no! To the Everdoor. That sounds like it's really hitting in the feels. But that's a good game, isn't it, though? Like, if a game can hit you in the feels like that, I consider it well made. Like a really good storyline. It speaks to the player. I like games like that, even if they make me feel like I'm cutting onions. Which, like, how dare. But also, bravo. Yeah, I think I saw Spiritfarer when I was looking at the Order of the Good Deaths list of death-positive video games. Which actually included Mortuary Assistant, if I remember right. And I think that's how it ended up on my wish list if I don't own it. It's so good, highly recommend. I'm definitely gonna look into it. I like games that address death in a positive way. We need more of that. Right, Dova? Right? Yeah, so if you ever look up the Order of the Good Death, which was started by Caitlin Doty, I believe. I believe she was the founder, not just a member, of Ask a Mortician on YouTube. It has a list of death-positive video games. I look forward to trying one of these. I wish they just wouldn't slide around so freaking much. And of course, I always forget to say this, but raiders, both the streamer and those who were sitting in the raid, if you need to raid and run and do post-stream self-care, please do not feel like you have to stick around. I would love it if you do, but I understand if you can't. You have to take care of yourself first and foremost. It is très importante. And I know my foreign language skills are very bad. Very, very bad. Another day that is stunningly gorgeous called Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I've never heard of that. Oh my, Bear's Restaurant. It was Bear's Restaurant. That game was so good. It's definitely death positive, but holy balls, that game, like the art for the Steam cover and everything looks like something out of Winnie the Pooh. So when I got access to that via Lurkit, I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a cute, cozy game. The feels train was immense. That game was like, your emotions are going on a little bit of a roller coaster today. Buckle up, sweetheart. Great game, but unexpected feels train. So that might be one that you want to look into. Do you prefer like LND? I don't want to just call you lesbian. Stardew Valley Death Edition, right? I'm gonna snooze the ads one more time. I have so many new friends and new nicknames to learn, and it excites me. I need to get the last of the cookies. I know Gravedigger is very popular right now. What was it? Death Watchers is popular at the moment. There's a lot of new games on the horizon that people are like getting into, and that's also exciting because for a while I felt like my Twitch was dominated by Phasmo and DBD. Not that I dislike either of those games. It just was, you know, the dominating factor. So it's nice to see some variety. God, I haven't touched Stardew in a minute either. These cookies are so tiny. But I must have done the measurement right because I got approximately the amount that they said I would. We're gonna start onto the other tray. Kindly don't lean off to the side. Thank you, Cookie. Yeah, lean against each other. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be kind of a cozier stream for us because it's Riven, which I've got my pen and paper ready. I do. I'm ready to try to be smart again. Scratch the brain. It is very difficult, let me tell you what, to not just lick my finger, excuse me, Cookie, when I get some of the filling on them from the outside edges. How dare you fall over? Sit up straight and tall. You be a proud cookie. You be proud of how delicious you are. What time is stream tomorrow? Because I'm off Thursday. 2 p.m. Eastern. Which I think is 1 p.m. for you, Dova. I take Wednesdays as one of my non-working days. Wednesdays and Sundays are the days that I do not have office hours. So I try to make those streams a little bit earlier in the afternoon so that the evenings are free. Whereas Fridays, sometimes I have clients, sometimes I don't. So I try to position those a little bit more in the evening to accommodate. And I always say 6 p.m. for Fridays usually, but if I had a client that was there until 5, I would probably have to push stream until 7 because I won't get home until around 6. But I never know. And people can book up as late as 48 hours in advance, so you know, I make my schedule Monday, they can still potentially book, all right, let's try this. Because this one doesn't have another thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's like lemon meringue pie filling on cookies that are lightly lemon. Oh, that's delicious. Those are good. I'm not putting it in your mouth. You're going to take it from me. Thank you. Seamus is happy. Yeah, you're 1 hour behind us, Dova. So I need to divvy these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11 over to here.
I need the rest.
No. They are just like oozing stuff down the sides. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 more. No, 5 more because Seamus ate one of our 2 dozen. There. Now they're separated. Now I can lick my fingers. Surprisingly good. I say surprisingly, but like, I was expecting more of a lemon flavor, but it's in the cookie, but it's really subtle and I really like it. All right, friends. These cookies are going to try not to fall apart. Hopefully. I am going to put you on a brief BRB as I swap into my big setup so that we can raid out. I think we're safe to do so. You think Dad's gonna love them? I hope so, Dova. They're very much the texture of Nilla Wavers. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna put you on the BRB. We're gonna swap to just regular old cam time setup and get ready for raid. So I will meet you back here. I'm gonna just let the ads run. I know it's kind of crappy to have ads run right before we raid, but I would appreciate it if you stick around for the raid. I'm gonna see who is streaming. I'm gonna try to go to another EBGG member, but we'll see who's on and who's up to what. So one moment, please.
Hi, Fate! Thank you for the lurk. Hey, listen, 1 hour later is still here. It's still here, and I appreciate you. Hopefully my closed captions are working so that you can actually see what I'm saying. I hope work is going smoothly and easily today, friend. What do we need? 20 cement, 30... Let's go. I think I only need 50 pieces, but when it stacks immediately to 69, like, you can't change it.
You're fucking annoying.
Go, Brandy, go! Go, Brandy, go! Go, Brandy, go!
Yes, let's go. Yeah, bitch.
I couldn't light it fast enough, it's a rev! He could not light it fast enough! I should have just left. Cardinal rule of crafting. You're back? Welcome back. Clean up as soon as you're done. Because if you don't, you won't. Weeb, I'm talking to you with this. Clean up after you craft. Alrighty. I feel feel called out? Yeah. Yeah, that one's for you. You know, I heard that. Meg in a locker. It's always a Meg in a locker.
Uh-oh, is that door shut?
Yeah, it's Huggy.
Oh,
Nikki!
What?
I don't know where the fuck I am. So fucking close!
She's getting Dickford. Oh, you're dead.
I like the journal.
I stood it up on end like a dildo. Just
Oh,
looking
Boner in the
purple.
basement. It's your favorite one too.
The femur.
Yep,
Okay,
picture.
okay, ads are done. I am back. I've made it to my actual desktop. I've picked a raid target. I was being productive. You guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for chatting. Thank you to CM and Shez for jumping in with the mod assist, like Seamus said, to help me out with those nasty freaking follow bots because wow, what a pain in the ass. I'll definitely go look at the DMs. Dragon is ready to fly. Heck yes, Dova, that Shez sent me, and take a look at what we can do to prevent that better in the future. But I think we made it through as best we could today with this. So, we are going to raid. We are going to take all of this love over to... I love that emote, Seamus. We're going to take the love over to Plenty of May. She was introduced to the EBGG on the same day as me, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure we were both Saturday announcements. I really appreciate that, CM. I really appreciate that. That is so helpful. So helpful. All the love. So whether you chatted, whether you lurked, whether you subscribed, didn't subscribe, used bits to make giant emotes, it doesn't matter how you were here to support. I appreciate every single one of you. If you would like, here is the Discord. And if you want to find me elsewhere, there are the socials. For those who are subscribed, you'll be able to use this raid message with the mandalas. If you are not subscribed, you'll want to use this raid message with the hearts. We're gonna go bring all of this fun and love over to Plenty of May. She is currently doing DBD with EBGG teammates. They're doing 2v8. So if you've watched any of... Thank you for the shout out, Seamus. If you watched any of the 2v8 stuff with like myself and Allie, you know that it is absolutely chaos. 100%. 2v8 and DBD is nothing but chaos, and they're dealing with like people who might be coming in off of rank reset, which if you play DBD, you know that rank reset makes people kind of turds. It's the sweat time. But we're gonna go bring the love over there. I will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're gonna be playing Riven. We will continue taking our notes and working our way through the puzzles because, damn it, we gotta rescue Catherine. We gotta get Catherine out of that jail cell. So until then, friends, make sure you take a moment to practice some self-care. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you because you matter. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Let's go say hi to May.